أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين واللعنة على أعدائهم من الآن إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jami'an, inshallah, hope everyone is well.
Walaikum assalam.
Inshallah, and hope.
Walaikum salam.
Walaikum salam, Sheikh.
Walaikum salam, Sister Muna. Inshallah, hope everyone is well. I have been contemplating of what I need to do, and I have decided that today's session will be, inshallah, the final session, and then, inshallah, tomorrow I will be able to. I'll discuss it tomorrow, whether if anyone's available tomorrow. So I am willing to push tomorrow's session as well, another additional session tomorrow, if anyone is available. But let's start today's lesson and cover the main points which I want to cover today, so that inshallah we are on target. Now, the past 3 sessions so far, we've covered the past and present tense. And I mentioned that I'm trying to recall everyone's memory and trying to remind everyone what we have covered. So let me just go back. So we did the last 3 sessions, we did past tense, fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alat, fa'alata, fa'alna. He did. So there are 14 forms in total, and there are 6 for the third person, 6 for the second person, and 2 for the speaker itself. As fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu, these are patterns on which the verbs are conjugated. Fa'ala, he did. Fa'ala, they both did. Fa'alu, they all did. Fa'alat, she did. Fa'alata, they both females did. And fa'alna, we did. Fa'alta, you did. Fa'altuma, you both females did. You both boys did. Fa'altum, you all boys did. Fa'alti, you one female did. Fa'altuma, you 2 females did. And then fa'altunna, we did. Fa'altu, I did, and fa'altunna, just one second. So fa'alti, you one female did. Fa'altuma, you both females did. Fa'altunna, you all females did. Fa'altu, I did. Fa'alna, we did. So this is what we have covered. And alaykum assalam wa rahmatullah. So this is what we have covered so far. And then after that, we did Fataha itself, which I'm not going to mention this today. I want to move on because I want to cover everything today and invest and benefit from the time we have. And then we mentioned the basic present tense. So the basic present tense, fi'l mudhari ma'lum. So fi'l mudhari ma'lum is made from a 3-letter verb, and it's conjugated on the pattern of yaf'alu, yaf'alani, yaf'aluna. And I mentioned last week that in the dual and the plural of the masculine, we have the noon with a kasra in the dual, in the tathniya, and the noon with a fatha in the plural, which represents that the present tense is in its original form, And then taf'alu, she is doing, and then we have the noon here, taf'alani, which represents the dhamma, which is visible in the singular form of taf'alu. And this here, yaf'alna, it remains, this noon here is a noon of plural, which represents they all females did. So this is not the sign of the present tense being in its original form, but it's a sign of, it's a pronoun attached to the verb, which represents they all females did. And then the next 6 forms is you did, taf'alu, taf'alani, you both females did, so boys did. Taf'alani, you both boys did. And in taf'aluna, you have the noon with a fatha, which represents you all boys did. So the noon with a kasra and the noon with a fatha again. So both of these are the noon, they call, in Arabic, we call them afalul khamsa. That's the term which afalul khamsa are the actual noons where are coming, which are representing the present tense being in the state of dhamma. Okay? And then in taf'alina, this noon again is a sign, it's the actual sign of raf, of the present tense being the state of dhamma. And in taf'alani again, the noon is a sign of the present tense being in the state of dhamma. Because why am I talking about dhamma? It's a singulars, that the present tense, when it's preceded by certain particles, it changes the actual last ending of the singular, dual, and the plurals itself. So when something precedes like lam and lan, it changes the present tense, it changes the actual word itself, and it changes the meaning as well. And yaf'alna, sorry, this should be taf'alna. I'll try to amend this next slide. So taf'alna and yaf'alna. So there's a mistake here. It should be taf'alna and yaf'alna. These forms remain intact in all of the three present tenses states itself. Af'alu, I am doing. Naf'alu, we are doing. And the dual and the plural is one form. Naf'alu, we are doing. Okay, that's that. I'm gonna now just kindly request now I want to request right, can I request one of the new students to put their hand up and to come on the mic, please? So any of the new students who has not conjugated that, and inshallah I'll try to start the first ayah of Surah Nas as well, because I don't want to waste any of the student time. So can I request any of the new students to come on the mic? Anyone, by all means. Sis D iPad, Bismillah.
Shall I?
Yes, Sis Hasina, you've got your mic on, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum.
So I want you to conjugate this verb where it's yadrusu, yadrusani, yadrusuna. So these are the present tense, and so the meaning translation next to it. Bismillah.
Yadrusu, he learns the third person for masculine. Yadrusani, the two men's masculine.
Yep.
Yadrusuna is a plural for masculine.
Yep.
And tadrusu, she learns. Tadrasuna, they too learn, female. Yadrusna, plural, they all, the female learn.
Correct.
Tadrusu, you learn, that's a masculine, second person. Tadrusani, two men learn. Tadrusuna, they all men learn.
Yep.
Tadrusina, she learned, second person. Tadrusani, two females learn. Tadrusna, they all learned.
Excellent.
Adrusu, I learned. Nadrusu, we learned, to male or female, anybody. Nadrusu, we all learn, male or female, anyone.
Excellent. So yes, I just had a message in the actual chat box. The past tense for this verb is darasa. So the past tense for this verb is darasa itself. Okay.
Okay.
Now this is some. Right. Excellent. Now I want one more student, and then I'm going to go to the next phase itself of the lesson. So can I kindly request Sister Amreen Hasnan? Sister Amreen Hasnan, would you kindly come on the mic, please?
Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
How are you, sister?
Alhamdulillah.
Would you be able to kindly conjugate? Let me just give me 1 second. Let me just get the verb on the screen. So I would like you to conjugate this one here. Let me just make it slightly smaller. Can you see it clearly on the screen?
Could you enlarge it, please?
Yep, I can. So we're doing the present tense, which is yadribu. Yadribu, he is hitting. And can you conjugate it, please? And I'll move the slide up as well for you.
Okay. Yasribu, Yasribani, Yazribuna.
Excellent. Just 1 second, sisters. Apologies, I'm interrupting. Can you translate as well? Huwa yadribu, he is hitting. Huma yadribani, they both are hitting, please.
Okay. So Yazribu is, he's hitting, you've just told me. You want me to repeat it?
Yes, please, because it allows you to memorize and allows the other students to memorize as well.
Okay. Yazribani is the two male are hitting.
Excellent.
And Yazribuna is they are hitting.
Yep.
Male,
Mhm.
plural. And Tazribu,
Tadribu, she.
Tazribu, she is hitting. And Tazribani is two females are hitting.
Excellent.
And Yazribna is they are hitting, female.
Correct.
And Tazribu, you are hitting.
Excellent.
Tazribani is you both are hitting. And Tazribuna is you all are hitting. And Tazribina is she, you, female is hitting.
Correct.
And Tazribani is you both are hitting.
Yep.
And Tazribna is they are hitting, female.
Correct. No, you all females are hitting.
Sorry, you all female are hitting. And Azribu is I am hitting, and Nazribu is we are hitting.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you ever so much for that. Much appreciated. Now I'm going to move on to the next phase because I have only a few limited time. So that's the reason I'm going to move on quickly, and I want to do something before at least start the first ayah of Surah Nas, Tabarrukan, inshallah. Salams. When do we have Yadribu and Yadribu or Yadr? Please, can you explain?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Yeah.
The question.
So what? So let me go back. So what's happening here, sister, is that was you here the last session, sister Layla?
No, I missed it.
Right. Okay. Now I'll send you a handout. Message me on WhatsApp, and I'll send you the handout, and I'll send you some additional information. So what happened? Let me go to the other one.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand your question. What were you asking?
I wasn't asking you anything, sister.
Okay, sorry.
No, I wasn't asking you. I was just asking when candidates come on the mic to actually conjugate. Now, so now the next thing I need to move on, I want to move on to the imperatives, and then from the imperatives, I will go back to the present tense. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next one, is the imperatives. Now, the imperatives are really important. I need everyone to understand the imperatives so that when we actually go through the Quran itself, everyone understands how in Surah Nas the imperatives are made. Now, I'm going to just share the slide again on the screen, and please kindly, I will send a handout, but first of all, the most important thing is that understanding and comprehension. Now, everyone got a piece of paper and pen with them, yes?
Yes.
I'll send a handout out on this so that it explains everything, but it's important that a student writes with their own handwriting so it allows them to understand, okay? Now, we have done the present tense. This was the past tense, Madi, Ma'lum. Mudari, Ma'lum, the present tense, active present tense, where the person who is doing the action is no yaktubu, he is writing, okay? Kataba, he wrote in the past tense. Yaktubu, he is writing. Now, the imperatives. What is an imperative? The imperative, it's an order which you command the person who is in front of you to perform an action itself. So this is an imperative. For example, let me use the Quran again to explain, because this is a Quranic Arabic, and I'll use the example from Surah 30 of Juz. Go to Surah Alaq.
Can you say one more time the explanation of an imperative, please?
Yep, the imperatives, it is a command. It's a command which you are demanding from the person who is in front of you. The second person, meaning you. You're demanding an action to be performed itself.
Sorry, Sheikh, if you can just repeat it once, I'll just grab a pen and
Yep.
sorry.
No
Yeah.
problem at all.
It's Mukhatib, right?
Yes, Mukhatab, yes. So the imperative, it is a command which a speaker is demanding from the second person itself to perform. So this is an imperative itself. That-
What did you say, Sheikh? Sorry
Yep.
for that.
No problem.
The
Sis Batul.
imperative
It's imperative is a command which a
is a
speaker, like
command.
I'm speaking, demands from the second person, which is present in front of him, to perform a action itself. That's an order. So in other words,
Second
it's an
person,
order.
yeah?
Yeah, second person, yes.
Okay.
Now I'll give you an example. If you go to Surah Alaq,
Yeah.
everyone has the Quran because we are reciting the Quran daily, inshallah. In
Yeah.
Surah Alaq, we have the first ayah of Surah Alaq, which is ayah number 96.
Which surah, sir?
Alaq.
Surah
Surah
number.
Alaq. The first surah of the Quran, Surah Alaq, which is Iqra.
Can I have a number, please?
Yes, 96.
96.
96.
Thank you. Jazakallah.
Surah number 96.
Yes, Surah number 96. In Surah 96, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. So here, Iqra is an imperative. It's an order which Hazrat Jibreel alayhi salam is demanding from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam to recite. Of course, I'm not going to touch upon the concept whether Rasulullah was able to recite or whether Rasulullah was not able to recite, or whether Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ana ma ana biqari," that I cannot read. This is all fabrications which I have. I touched this in the sessions of dealing with the seerah of Rasulullah. That this is all fabrications from Banu Umayyah to decrease the Rasulullah status, position, and status, and trying to make Rasulullah lower his position. There's nothing like that. Rasulullah can perfectly well recite the Quran, and this is the ruling. So Iqra.
So in this ayah, the ikra is the imperative.
Yes, Iqra is the imperative in this ayah, okay? Number
Jazakallah.
one.
And the root word is
Iqra'a. Qaf, Ra, and the Hamza at the end. Qara'a is the root word. Qara'a and
Means
the
it's
present.
fi'l amr.
Iqra is the fi'l amr, yes.
So kara means what the kara means? Read.
Qara'a means he Qara'a in the past tense means he read or he recited.
Okay, jazakallah.
Qara'a, and the present tense is yaqra'u. Qara'a, yaqra'u. I'll send it in the actual group as well. Qara'a, yaqra'u. So qara'a, yaqra'u means he read or he recited, okay? Yaqra'u. I'll just send that in the group, just 1 second.
Sheikh, would you please send even this on the imperative?
I will
Is a-
send everything. I will send everything. I'm just
okay.
I'm just saying the beginning because I want people not to be spoon-fed completely, because if you spoon-feed completely, it does not
Yeah.
help the student itself. So I want students to write, and I'll send handout as well, because it allows the brain to be able to process the actual information itself.
Can I ask
Thank-
one question, please?
Yes, Bismillah.
The imperative always start with alif, is always supposed to be alif.
Excellent question. I was going to mention this. You beat me to it. Yes, you will see the imperatives of the all the imperatives will have an alif in the beginning itself. Always
With kasra. With kasra.
No.
It's not necessary.
I will mention this afterwards, whether it comes with a kasra or whether it comes whichever i'rab. But just see that there's an alif in the beginning, okay? Now I'll give you let me give you something else as well. Give me one more ayah, and then
Sheikh,
just-
can I quickly ask something?
yes, Bismillah.
So Yakra'u is he will read or he is reading, right? Not
Yes,
he
both of
reads.
them. Yeah, both of them. Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me just give you one more ayah, and then I'll continue with this. Okay, I don't know what to do here now. I've got an example from the Quran, but this ayah contains ayah sajda. So it's an imperative but it contains a wajib sajda in the ayah. So
Make sure, tell everyone to do the sajda.
no, I'll leave it. I'll leave that ayah. Let's go to the next. I'll go to the next surah. Surah Inshirah. Surah Inshirah. I'll not do the surah.
What?
Surah Inshirah is surah number 94.
Jazakallah.
Surah 94. I want to give 3 examples and then I'll explain how you make the imperatives, and then I will go to Surah Nas and then start the first ayah, and then once I've gone through all of Surah Nas, the breakdown, then I'll give you the tafsir of the Ahlul Bayt al-Muslim at the end, inshallah. Now, in this surah, Alam Nashra Laka Sadrak wa Wada'na Anka, Surah 94. Inshallah, next qara'a. Thank you, Butul. Sister Butul, thank you very much.
It's okay though.
And the present tense is yaqra'u. Now, yaqra'u, present tense for qara'a, yaqra'u. Now here in Surah Alam Nashra, it's 2 surahs before Surah Alaq. Okay? Now it says فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ, ayah number 7. Ayah number 7 of Surah Alam Nashra Laka Sadrak. فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ. Has everyone found the ayah?
Yeah.
فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ فَانْصَبْ.
Yes.
So the word is fansab. So the fa here is additional, but the root word is, it should be insab. Insab. The fa shouldn't be. Fa is a particle which has been added in front of the imperative, but the imperative here is insab. The alif should have a kasra.
Do we allow to use any word to the imperative like fa or other letters?
No. This fa is a special fa. I'm not going to explain this fa, this type.
What? Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum
What ayat number?
Ayah number 7 of Surah Alam Nashra.
Yeah. Faiza faragta.
Fansab.
Yeah.
Faiza faragta, when you become free, fansab.
Yeah.
When you have completed, you need to appoint. So fansab, it's insab. The imperative should be insab. Like iqra, the imperative for this is insab. The past tense is
Can I just ask you a question?
Yes, you go ahead.
This is Tahira.
Yes, Sister Tahira.
So is it because it says, so when you have finished your duties, because there is then stand up. Is it because of then that you're putting fa in the front or not?
Yes, you've actually, I wanted to save time, but you answer yes. This fa, it's fa for requital, fa of jaza, fa for reward. That this is when you complete, this is what you're meant to do. This is the actual result of what should happen when you complete something. In Arabic we call fa'ul jaza.
Okay, thank you.
So fansab is the imperative, number 1. Okay.
So the alif is dropped because it is alif maksura and not kata.
No. This is the alif becomes. So this alif which is coming is hamzatul. This alif here is becomes silent because it's hamzatul wasl. So the this is the ruling of the Quran. So the imperatives for the 3-letter verbs, the alif which comes, if it comes in the beginning of the sentence, it's pronounced iqra. But here, this alif now is coming in the middle of the sentence. That's why this alif of the imperative becomes silent.
Can I have a question, please? Can I ask?
Not yet. Let me finish this off, and then I'll take your question. Keep your questions. Write this down so you don't forget, and I will answer your questions because there's a lot of students which I need to teach at the same time. Wa ila rabbika. Then the next one, ayah number 8. Ayah number 8. Wa ila rabbika farghab. Here again, the verb here, farghab. Remove the fa. The imperative is irghab. Irghab.
And the root word is rag.
Raghiba, the past tense is raghiba yarghabu. Raghiba yarghabu. That's the actual verb itself. The past tense is having a kasra, raghiba. The present tense is yarghabu. The present tense is yarghabu. And towards your Lord, you should have what? What should you have towards your Lord?
Attention.
Attention. Oh, yeah.
And to your Lord, you should direct your longing.
Yes, the word raghba means attention or a longing. Both are correct because you cannot, sometimes you need to look at the context. So yes, towards your Lord. Raghabat, bilkul. We use it in Urdu as well. Raghabat. That's right. So here the imperative is irghab. We have the alif here. Okay, so these are 3 examples which I have given you now. Now, let us now let us go to the actual PDF, which is on the screen, and I'm going to explain, inshallah. Let us go. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir wa tammim bil khair, inshallah. Now, the imperatives are made from the second person as we're talking to the person in front of you. Now, taktubu, what does that taktubu mean, everyone? Sister Ramji, Zainab Ramji, what does taktubu mean?
You masculine are writing.
Excellent. And can you just read the English translation for them, each of them, and then I'll tell you how you make the imperative.
Okay. Taktubu, you masculine are writing. Taktubani, you 2 men are writing.
Yep.
Taktubuna, you all men are writing.
Yep.
Taktubina, you feminine are writing. Taktubani, you 2 feminine are writing. And taktubna, you all feminine are writing.
Excellent. So I want you to remain on the mic. Now, we want to make the imperatives. Yes?
Yeah.
Now, as we actually shown you 3 examples from the Quran, and all of the 3 examples did not have the ta's in the imperative. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah.
Number 1. So what we have to do, point number 1, when we make the imperatives, we remove all of the ta's in front of the present tense. We remove all of the ta's. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
So we
Sheikh, repeat once more, please.
Yep. So, Sister Batul, thank you ever so much for helping me out in chat box.
Sheikh, can I explain it?
No, let me quickly do this because I'm running out of time, and inshallah I will bring. I know you know this stuff. Thank you ever so much. But let me just quickly condense it and continue. Now we remove all the ta's. So in the present tense, all of the ta's are removed. Once we remove all of the ta's from the present tense, what happens? Point number 2, we come in a dilemma. The dilemma is that the first letter, now the kaf, is silent. Because it's silent, as we call it the fa'ul fi'l. In sarf, in morphology, we call it fa'ul fi'l because everything is measured on the pattern of fa'ala. So the fa'ul fi'l is the kaf. The kaf is the fa'ul fi'l, which is silent, has a sukoon on there, a jazm on there. Because it has a jazm or a sukoon, we have to bring hamzatul wasl. We bring hamzatul wasl. Now, the hamzatul wasl, it comes, but we need to give it a harakat. Which harakat do we give?
The third.
Number 3. Point number 3. Point number 2 is that we bring hamzatul wasl. Point number 3, which harakat, you can write this as a question. What is the harakat of hamzatul wasl in the verb taktubu? In taktubu. Now, in taktubu. So we need to go to the ainul fi'l, which is the ta. Ainul fi'l, as everything is measured on fa'ala, kataba, ta is the middle letter, and it has a steps. We need to look at the middle letter of the 3-letter verb, and the dhamma is the ta has a dhamma. What does it have, a dhamma or a fatha? What does it have?
Dhamma.
Dhamma. Excellent. Now, because it has a Dhamma, the Hamzatul Wasl, which has been brought in to be able to pronounce the imperative, will be given a Dhamma as well.
So
Okay.
that's the third haraga, right?
No, in the beginning. Like uktub.
No. You take the sign from the third letter.
No, the middle letter, which is the Ainul Fail. Because kataba is measured on the pattern of fa'ala. So the middle letter, kataba, 3 letter, the middle letter.
So we don't count the ta, right?
No, don't count that. No, not the ta.
Okay.
The middle letter from the 3 letter, kataba itself. Okay. Now the ta has a dhamma. So the Hamzatul Wasl will have a dhamma. That's point number 3. Point number 3, the Hamzatul Wasl will have a dhamma. Okay? Point number 4. Point number 4. In the singular form, the last letter with the ba, which has a dhamma, changes to a sukoon. Changes to a sukoon. And it becomes uktub. It becomes uktub. Okay? It becomes uktub. Uktub. This is form number. Step number 4. Step number 5. Step number. Sorry?
Just hold on. Last letter would become sukun, right?
Yeah, becomes sukun. Yeah, that's right. Becomes sukun. So all imperatives, when they are 3-letter verbs or more, they should have a sukun. This is the general universal ruling that all imperatives, the last letter should have a sukun.
Okay.
Unless they have a weak letter. Unless they have a weak letter, which is alif, waw, or ya.
Just let us write now.
Yes. Unless it has a weak letter at the end, i.e. alif, waw, or ya.
Okay, thank you.
Now let me continue. We're on step number 5, yes? Step number 5. Step number 5 is this. Step number 5 is this. Step number 5 is this, that all of the actual dual, taktubani, taktubuna, taktubina, and taktubani, all of these 4 forms, the noon with a kasra, which is for the dual, the noon with a fath, the noon for the singular female, the noon for the dual female, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 noons are dropped in the imperative to make the imperative. So from the present tense verb, the imperatives are, the noons are dropped to make the imperative. So making the imperative.
So Sheikh, all of the duals of present tense, yeah?
Yeah. So the taktubani, and the plurals, taktubuna, and the singular for female, taktubina, the noon is dropped. So there are 4 forms, 1, 2, 3, 4. In 4 forms, the noons are dropped to make the imperative. I'll repeat this again, inshallah, and it will make it crystal clear for everyone. Thank you, Sister Batul. You've taken the space of Sister Zahra. She's not here today, I think.
Sheikh, it's all for the female, right?
Yes, and even for the female, except for one. Except for one, which is you all females. The noon remains there because this noon is the sign of feminine, plural.
That is the last one.
Yeah. Yes, that remains. So let me show you now. Is everyone with me, or am I going too fast?
Sorry, Sheikh, except for what you said?
Except for the last form, For you all females, the noon remains intact. It is not removed because it's a sign of plural for females.
The noon remains.
Yes. Sister Aliza Rizvi, Assalamu alaikum. Sister Aliza Rizvi, I hope you can hear me. If you can. Thank you, Sister Robab Hussaini, for posting it in the WhatsApp and the chat box. Sister Aliza, can you hear me? Or any one of the newcomers? Sister Ibrahim Ali, would you like to come on the mic, Brother Ibrahim?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam. Is this sister? Are you
This
using
is Najabeen. Yeah, that's my son's name.
Okay, Bismillah. So, sister, can you read the imperatives? Uktub.
Uktub.
Uktuba.
Uktuba. Uktubu. Bua. Bu. Uktubi. Uktuba.
Uktubna.
Uktubna.
Excellent. So, where are the noons dropped? Can you explain to me where the noons are dropped? Just look across.
Yeah, antuma, in antuma plural form, we have dropped the noon.
Yep, should be.
And yeah, and antuma, we have dropped the noon.
Excellent.
And anti, we have dropped the noon.
Excellent.
And antuma, we have dropped the noon. But in antunna, we keep it noon as it is.
Excellent. So go from here now, sister. What is your name, sister? I know you just
Majbeen.
Majbeen, from Dubai.
Yes, he is from Dubai.
Yeah. Sister Majbeen. Now go from taktubu to uktub. Can you do it this way, please?
Yeah, taktubu, taktubu, uktubu.
Uktub.
Uktub. Yeah, uktub.
Is the imperative, correct? Next
yeah,
one.
uktub is imperative. And now taktubuni.
No, taktubani.
Taktubani. Yeah, taktubani and uktuba.
Excellent.
And taktubuna and imperatively is uktubu.
Excellent.
Uktubu. Yeah. Taktubina and uktibi is imperative.
Uktubi.
Yeah. Uktubi is imperative. Acha. Taktubani and uktuba is imperative.
Excellent. Next one.
And taktubna and uktubna is imperative.
Excellent. Is this clear for everyone so far?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, everyone clear? Sister Farwa Jafri. Sister Farwa.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Is this clear?
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Sister Hasina, is it clear for yourself?
Yes, it's clear.
Sister Nasira or Nasira?
Yes, sir, I'm present.
Sister Nigar Afaq, Karachi? Is that clear, sister?
Yes, sir.
Any questions before I move on?
Yes, it's clear to me. जो आपने अभी करवाया है ये imperative का.
Can
I repeat?
Who's this speaking?
Could you please send the recording of this session, please?
Yes, I will send the recording, doctor, to everyone.
Thank you.
Inshallah, don't worry, doctor. Inshallah, you're in my du'as and you're my special student. So inshallah, I will definitely not forget you. Brilliant. Now, let me move on.
Can I repeat this?
Give me two. Let me finish up one more, and then I'll get you on the mic, sister.
Okay.
Give me 2 minutes, okay? Just give me 2 minutes. Next phase.
Sorry, Maulana.
Yes, sister.
You know, when you were doing Surah in Sirah.
Yeah, in Shirah.
I didn't get what fansab meant.
Fansab. Okay. Sorry. Nasaba yansubu means point. Nasaba yansub fa'idha faragta fansab, when you have completed something, or fansab means to appoint. You should appoint.
Okay.
So we use this ayah for even for the concept of proving imamat as well, that whenever you complete something, you need to have a person who's appointed.
Okay, thank
So
you.
this is a Quranic concept, fansab, appoint.
I have a question linked to that. Can I ask or later leave it?
Ask me right at the end. Let me finish off the imperative because I need to finish off the imperatives, and I want to do first ayah of Surah Nas so that everyone feels that we are moving ahead in these classes. Otherwise, it seems that ek aur Arabic Zuban ki class hogi shuru hogi hai. So I don't want to make it like a typical Arabic language class. I want to make it Quranic Arabic, different from the other ones. Now, here, now the next one. Can we see here tadribu? Sister Zainab Nadari. What does tadribu mean? Daraba means he hit. Alaikum salam.
Anta tazribu.
Yep.
You, one male hit.
Excellent. So can you just conjugate these forms so that everyone, so what's happening here? The previous one, taktubu, we had a dhamma in the middle, correct?
Yeah.
Now in this form here.
So excuse me, what does it mean? Tazribu means?
Daraba yadribu means daraba he hit, and tadribu he is hitting. He is hitting or he will hit. So Sister Zainab Nadri, can you quickly read them in Arabic and then I'll continue.
Anta tazribu, you hit or yep. you will hit. You are hitting or you will hit.
Correct.
Antuma tazribani, you two male are hitting or you two male will hit.
Correct.
Antum tazribuna, you two male, you all male are hitting or you all male will hit.
Excellent. And continue then tadribina, tadribani, and tadribna.
Oh, okay. Anti tazribina, you one female is hitting or you one female will hit. Antuma tazribani, you two female are hitting. Antunna tazribina, you all female are hitting.
Antunna tadribna.
Antunna tadribna, you all female are hitting or will hit.
Okay, now stay on the mic, Sister Zainab. Now, the present tense, now making the imperative now. Now, what we will do, first step, what did I mention? You remove all of the
tas.
Yes, once we remove all of the tas, we end with a dilemma that the dhad has a sukoon.
Yes.
What do we need to do now?
Then we will see the middle letter in the...
No. After dropping the dhad, we need to bring hamzatul wasl.
We make, we bring a hamzatul wasl, and then we will decide which harakat the hamzatul wasl will have by checking the middle letter.
Correct.
In the original form.
Yep. In the three-letter form. So whenever, so remember this point now. I'm going to teach you this point, and this all complete imperatives. So whenever the present tense middle letter has a kasra, can you see a kasra here?
Yes. Yeah.
Now, when it has a kasra, the imperative will also, the hamzatul wasl will also have a kasra.
Okay. Yeah.
So what will it become? And then the last letter, the ba, what do we need to do with the ba, the dhamma?
It will get a sukoon.
So it becomes?
Idrib.
Idrib.
Idrib, yeah.
Conjugate now, please. Idrib. And go from tadribu to idrib so that you can give a comparison between the, because learning with comparison, it makes it easier for students. So tadribu, you are hitting, and idrib, hit is in order. Hit. And tell me what's happening with the noons as well.
In the dual form and in the plural form for male, we will drop the noon.
Which noon? Which verb?
The noon at the in the imperative noun.
Can you read the verb, please?
Okay. Tazribani.
Yep.
Will become izriba.
Excellent.
Izriba.
Next one.
Tazribuna will become izribu.
Excellent.
And we have dropped those both noons.
Yep.
So female, for female, anti tazribina, the imperative will be izribi.
Yep.
And antuma tazribani, the imperative will be izriba. And in these two cases, again, we have dropped both the noons.
Excellent. And finally,
And finally, antunna tazribina.
No, antunna tadribna.
Sorry, antunna tazribna. You all female are hitting. So the imperative will be izribna. We keep the noon here because it's the sign of, oh, let me find my, just, we, oh my God,
Plural, plural, female.
Is the right and a sign of the plural. Sorry.
Excellent.
I lost my notes.
No problem at all. That's fine. Excellent. So 1 point to be added on top of this. So I'm going to add one additional point. So whenever, you can write this down as a point to remember, whenever the middle letter of the present tense has either a kasra or a fatha, the hamzatul wasl.
Please go slow. I'm writing.
Okay, inshallah, I'll give you handouts on this. I'll repeat this again. Whenever the present tense verb has a kasra or a fatha, zabar or a zir. Zabar or a zir in Urdu, and in Arabic, fatha, kasra or a fatha. The hamzatul wasl will be given a kasra as well. So whenever the present tense middle letter has a kasra or a fatha, the hamzatul wasl will be given a kasra. So
Kasra as well.
Yeah. So there's only two situations for the hamzatul wasl. The hamzatul wasl either comes with a dhamma or either comes with a
Kasra.
Excellent.
Kasra.
No fatha.
No fathas at all. Excellent. So whenever there's a three-letter verb, the imperatives will either come with a dhamma or a kasra itself. Is this clear?
Yes, Sheikh.
Now, question. Why was there the need of hamzatul wasl in the beginning? Why was there a need? This is a question so that I can move on to Surah Nas itself.
Because
of the sukoon.
On what?
Yeah, because when we take
letter.
off the sorry.
The first letter has the sukoon.
Yes, the ainul fi'l has a sukoon. Excellent. Is this clear for everyone so far?
Yes, Sheikh.
I need only 15 to 20 minutes more because I want to start Surah Nas because it's Jummah of Mahi Ramzan. I want to start the Surah, the actual tafsir and the analysis today, inshallah. So please bear with me a few minutes extra. Next student on the mic, and then I'll move on to Surah Nas. I'm going to choose Sister Aliza. Your mic working? If Sister Aliza's mic is not working, then I'll choose Sister Rabia Karam Ali. Sister Rabia?
Sheikh, can I ask you a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, there's a word of alima.
Yep.
Why does the imperative becomes kasra, the second word?
No, alima is the past tense. The present tense is ya'lamu.
Okay. Ya'lamu.
Yeah. Ya'lamu is present. Sister Rabia Karam Ali, is your mic working, or can I request Sister Hasina, can I request yourself to come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Sister Hasina, now let's do the next one, and then inshallah I'm going to start the other one next. Now, fataha means he open. Yaftahu, you are opening one mouth.
And it changes to iftahu.
Now go through the steps of how you make the imperative. Explain to the class why is it iftah and all the reasons, please. Bismillah.
So I can't explain.
Okay, let's go through steps together.
First, Maliza is the. I'm sorry. My mic was mute.
Who's this speaking?
Lisa is the. I can explain.
Yes, go ahead, Sister Lisa. I was looking for you. Bismillah.
Taftahu, it means anta, you open.
Yep. You are opening, correct?
Antuma, it means taftahani,
Yep.
2 male opened you.
Yep.
And taftahina,
Taftahuna. Taftahuna.
taftahuna antum, 2 or more male opened you.
Correct.
Tahina, anti, you female open, antuma. Taftuhani,
Taftahani.
Taftahani, sorry. Taftahani, 2 female open, or taftahana,
Taftahna.
taftahana, 2 or more female open.
Excellent. So now to make the imperative, what do we need to first step? What's the first step we need to do?
We have to remove the in imperative, we have to kalma fail. There is fa'ala, so the middle letter is the kasra.
No. Fatha. Taftahu.
Fatha,
Present tense.
Fatha, zabar. So we say that, and we remove the ta and iftah. Taftahu, iftah.
Excellent. Next one.
And second one, taftahani, antuma, taftahani. So we remove ta and we have to remove noon. And
correct.
this is iftaha.
Iftaha, correct.
Iftaha. And the second one is antum. It means 2 or more male, taftahuna. So we have to remove the ta and noon also. So iftahu.
Correct.
And the taftahina, 2 anti taftahina, 2 1 female. So iftahi, we have to remove here noon. So it's iftahi.
Excellent.
Taftahani. So we have to remove noon here. So we say that iftaha.
Excellent.
And antunna, taftahna. So we don't have to remove noon. So we say that iftahna.
Excellent. So whenever the present tense middle letter has a fatha, a zabar or a zir or a fatha or a kasra, the hamzatul wasl is given which haraka? A kasra.
Kasra.
Excellent. Is this clear for everyone so far?
Yes, Sheikh.
Who's that? Who said yes, Sheikh?
Zainab Nadwi.
Okay, so Jazakallah, sister. Sister Dabir Raza, you've been a bit quiet today.
जी मुझे समझ में आ गया लेकिन साहब
समझ में आया तो okay. जी Dr. Bilqis Khaja. Dr. Bilqis Khaja, I think you're from Muscat or Dubai.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. I'm from UK.
Okay.
But apologies, I'm driving, so I can't really contribute. Is it okay if I just listen?
Yes, but did you understand what's happening?
Yes.
Okay, that's brilliant. Okay. Can I request one of the other new students, please, to come on the mic? Sister Farwa, would you like to come on the mic?
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Can you quickly go through the imperatives, please?
Sure. And how we translate, or just
Yeah, translate as well, please.
Okay. Iftah, you one person open.
Correct.
You one male open. Iftaha, you 2 male open. Iftahu, you more than 2 men open. Iftahi, you 1 female open. Iftaha, you 2 females open. And iftahna, you all females open.
Excellent. Is this clear, everything so far?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Brilliant. Now I'm going to move on. Can I have a quick loud salawat, and then inshallah I'm going to quickly start Surah Nas, and then I'll continue it inshallah the next session. Can I quickly have a loud salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Right. Let me just move on now. Next phase. Give me 1 second. Let me just get the PDF onto the screen. I'll send this PDF, which I haven't shared yet, but I'll share it in the group because there's one addition I need to do to this itself. Okay. Now, everyone has a copy of the Quran, yes? I'll, inshallah, from next session, I'll share the Quran, Surah Nas, on the screen itself. Now, Surah Nas. Let's open it. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Now, in Surah Nas, the first word which comes in Surah Nas is Qul. What verb is it? Qul. Now, Qul is imperative, okay? It's an order. Qul means an order. Qul is an order. Now, before I go through the imperatives, I just quickly, tabarrukan, go through the actual in past tense of Qul. The past tense of Qul is Qala. What is the past tense of Qul?
Qala.
Qala. Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said. Qala. That's what Qala means, okay? Now, I want, can I request Sister Amreen Hasnan? Sister Amreen? Assalamu alaikum.
Yes. Alaikum salam.
Can you see the screen on the actual laptop itself, or your laptop or your phone?
Yeah.
Can you read I'll read the Arabic, you read the English. Is that okay?
Okay.
Qala. What does it mean?
He said.
Qala.
They said, but it's for two people.
Excellent. Right? Excellent. Qalu.
They said for plural.
Excellent. Qalat.
She said.
Qalata.
They said for two people, female.
Excellent. Qulna.
It's they said male plural.
No, female plural.
Sorry, female plural.
Qulta.
Qulta is hang on. Qulta is, sorry, I'm lost.
No,
can
Qulta,
you just point to where we are?
Yeah.
No,
Qulta
can you just point to where we are?
You said male.
Yeah.
Qultuma.
You said male.
Yep.
Qultuma
Qultuma.
two, you said for two males.
Excellent. And
or
then
two females also.
And then
sorry,
qultum.
Can you just point, because I'm a bit lost where you are.
Okay, I'm over here. Qultum.
Okay. Qultum is you said plural.
Yes.
Or male.
Qulti.
Qulti is you said female.
Correct. Qultuma.
You said female dual.
Qultunna.
Qultunna is you said plural female.
Excellent. Qultu.
Qultu is I said.
And qulna.
We said.
Did you understand what's happening now?
Yeah.
So this is the past tense of the verb qala. So you could see that there's a slight change. Originally, it started off qala. It started off qala, all of them have a fatha, but from the sixth form, they all females said, it has a dhamma, becomes qulna. So the alif is dropped. Please send this. Yes, I will send this across in the group, but first I want to explain this. Inshallah, I will send this in the group. Don't worry.
That's because of the weak letter, right?
Yes. Sister Amreen, excellent. Yes, because of the weak letter, the alif is dropped and it becomes qulna. And from this form onwards, it always is qulta, qultuma, qultum. So you see that the actual ending remains the same. Ta tumatum, ti tumatunna itself. Is this clear so far for everyone?
Yes.
One question, Sheikh.
One thing.
So
yes, Sister Kulthum.
Kala, is it ka? What did it?
Sister Kulthum, your mic is your reception is really poor.
So it basically changes from the number 6.
Yes. So originally it should be qawala. The word qawl is saying, but because qawl is difficult for the Arabs, it was qawala, like kataba, or sorry, kataba, qawala. It was difficult. They changed it to qala instead. Qala Rasulullah, qala Amirul Mu'minin alayhi salam.
So Sheikh, what about the weak letter? Sorry.
Sorry, what was that question?
The other sister just said due to weak letter. If you can just explain what was the weak letter?
So who's asking this question? Mr. Butul, yeah? Okay, originally, Sister Butul, qala, the alif itself is a weak letter. Alif, waw, and ya are weak letters. Weak letters are those letters that they are not able to hold their position in a word. They always change to something else itself.
Okay.
That is a weak letter, okay?
Thank you.
So that's a weak letter. Now, I will send this across into the group so that you know the past tense. Can you see what I did now? I first of all taught you the basic past tense so that you're aware of the past tense. And then I'm going to give you the weak words so that you can learn in your own spare time the different conjugations with the weak letters as well. So I'll send this, inshallah, in the group. Now, next person, who would like to come next on the mic? Who would like to come next on the mic? It's open to anyone now.
Can I come, Dr. Sheikh, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Is Batul Damani here?
Yes, I want you to read this again. Qala, the past tense, please.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qala, he said.
Yep.
Qala,
yep.
Qala, yeah?
Yep.
Huma means they both. They both, yeah?
Yes.
And Kalu, yeah. They all said.
Correct.
Kalat.
Let's
see.
She said.
Kalat, she said. Kalata, they both said.
Correct.
And kulna, they all said.
Correct.
Kulta, he said.
You said.
You said, yeah, sorry. Kulta, you said. Kultuma, they both said.
You both said.
Yeah, you both said, yeah.
Kultum,
I said.
No, you said.
No. Oh, you said, yeah?
Yep.
You all said.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Kulti,
you said,
yep.
You said, yeah?
Kultuma,
you said.
Yep, two
you
people.
Both said, yeah?
Correct.
Kultunna, you all said.
Correct. And
Kultu, I said.
Excellent. And
Kulna, we said.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank
now,
you.
I'll bring Sister Ramji. Can you come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Sister, I'm going to go on to the next one now, and I would like you to conjugate now. So the past tense was qala,
okay.
And the present, I want to end it with the imperatives. Inshallah, my aim is to end with the imperatives. So we have reached the present tense, and then take it to the imperative. Now, the imperative, you'll be yaqulu, qala yaqulu. So that is the way, yaqulu. I'm not going to teach you all of the laws of the weak letters, but I just want to teach you the verb. So yaqulu is the present tense. So once you learn the actual past tense, you will see it coming in the different forms in the past tense in the Quran. So the first few sessions, they may be quite intense because I'm teaching all of the conjugation of the verbs. But once you know them, then I don't need to repeat them in the other surahs of the Quran itself, inshallah.
Okay.
Yaqulu.
So, Kala Yakulu.
Yep.
So it will be he's saying, he says, yeah? He's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so Huwa Yakulu, he said.
Yep.
Huma, they two, Yakulani.
Yep.
Masculine. Hum, Yakuluna, they two, they all masculine. She, Takulu.
Excellent.
She said. Takulani, they too said feminine.
Correct.
Yakulna.
Correct.
Is it yeah?
Yakulna. That's right.
Okay, Yakulna, they feminine all said.
Correct. Takulu.
Takulu, you masculine said.
Yep.
Takulani, you two men said. Takuluna, you all masculine said.
Correct.
Takulina, you feminine said.
Yep.
Takulani, you two female said.
Yep.
Takulna, you female plural said. And Akulu, I said. And Nakulu, we said.
Excellent. Is this clear so far, understanding wise?
Alhamdulillah, yes.
Yeah, Sister Ibrahim, Sister Huma, Sister Hasina. Is it
Yes,
clear
sir.
for everyone?
Yes, yes, we
Yes,
understand.
Yes, Sheikh.
Brilliant.
Am I mistaken, or is this English is wrong? Shouldn't it be?
Yeah, I know. I
English?
need to correct it because
That's all right.
yeah,
That's okay.
that's the reason why I haven't shared it, because there's
That's fine.
that's a mistake there. So I need to correct these PDFs itself, and I'll share it in the group itself.
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, now who is gonna? Can I request Samin Hamidi? Sister Samin Hamidi, would you be able to come on the mic, please? Or Sister Shanaz?
Aga, should I come?
Who is this?
This is Mahjabeen.
Mahjabeen. Let me get someone else, Sister Mahjabeen, and so that they participate as well. I'm listening. Okay, that's fine. Not a problem. Can I request any of the newcomers, please?
Yeah, I'll have a turn, Sheikh. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, Zahra.
Yep.
Now I'm going to do the imperatives. Now, for me to do the imperative, let's go back. Okay, let me go through it. Where are you? Now, please get a piece of paper and pen again, because I'm going to explain this first, how you make the imperatives here as well. And then I'll send you the explanation. So, Sister Zahra Rizvi, are you there?
Yep.
Let's go through the steps which I've taught you already now for the imperatives. Let's go. Now, taqulu.
Okay. So
now, first of all, one second, everyone. Please, can everyone write on your piece of paper taqulu itself? Write taqulu, how to make the imperative of taqulu. Because I'm going to break this step by step, so that, okay, could you be added to the group? Yeah, just give me 1 second. Message me. Give me 1 second. The 0079791919810. Okay, yeah, just message me on this number, everyone who's not in the group, and I'll add you to the group. Now, Sister Zahra, come on the mic, please. Bismillah.
Yep.
Taqulu. Taqulu means you said, you're saying, or you will say one person, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what did I first mention? How do you make the imperative? What do we need to step number one?
First step is to drop the ta and replace it with a hamzatul wasl.
Okay, question number one. Once we drop the ta, that's step number one. You remember that?
Yep.
We drop the ta. Step number two is that, remember I said that because the qaf, in taktubu, the qaf was silent.
Yes.
Remember?
Yep.
In taqulu, is the qaf silent or does it have a haraka?
So the qaf has a haraka.
So because it has a haraka, we don't need to bring hamzatul wasl.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Yep. Got it.
Do you see that? That's the reason why I was breaking it out in the steps. Now I'll go back to the steps and try to explain how you make the imperative. Now, after dropping the ta, we realize that the qaf of taqulu, it has a dhamma. It has a
dhamma.
So because of that, there is no need to bring hamzatul
wasl.
Is that clear for everyone?
Yeah.
And of course, you're on the mic. You would understand that.
Where is that?
It's not clear.
Hamza. If you drop the.
Yeah. Once we drop the ta, there's no need to bring. We add an additional hamza to be able to pronounce it, like in taktubu. Do you remember taktubu? Let me go back. Give me 1 second. Let me go back. Give me 1 second. That is the reason why I actually taught that first, so I could go back and explain it to everyone.
It's mean then.
Take a minute. 1 second, sister.
Yeah,
Give me 1 sec. Let me just explain this because I want to make this crystal clear. Can you see on the screen?
Yes.
Taktubu. So we drop the ta. Once we drop the ta, first step number two is that because the kaf was silent, we bring an additional letter, which was the alif, which is a hamzatul wasl. And then we looked, step number three, we needed to give the hamzatul wasl a i'rab. a fatha, so a kasra or a dhamma. Because the ta had a dhamma, we gave the hamzatul wasl a dhamma, and it became uktub. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Now let's go back to qala. Kahan gaya qala? Where is it gone? Just 1 second. Let me. This is the other one. Wrong slide. Give me 1 sec. I will just do this, and inshallah I'll come. I know I'm over my time, exceeded my time, but I wanted to do this. That was important for me. Where is it? Okay, that's it. Got it. Now here, taqulu. Step 1, we drop the ta. Once we drop the ta, we see that there is no need to bring a hamzatul wasl because the qaf has a dhamma. Clear?
Yes.
Step number 3. What did I say step number 3 was?
So previously you would look at the middle letter to figure out which i'rab to put on hamzatul wasl.
Exactly. There's no need to do that because there's no hamzatul wasl. Step number 4, what was that?
Last letter is sukun.
Okay, excellent. Sister Lela.
Ji.
Excellent, thank you. Sister Zahra, is that clear? Step number 4, the last letter in the singular becomes with a sukoon.
Yep.
So what happens here? The lam is with a sukoon, the waw is with a sukoon. How can you read this? Qul. Is that correct? You can't read it. Qul. You have 2 sakins together. Because now the ruling is whenever there is 2 sakins, 2 silent letters together, whenever there are 2 silent letters together, the weak letter is dropped. Which is the weak letter? The waw or the lam?
The waw.
Wow.
The waw is the weak letter. So it becomes
Kulu.
qul.
Qul.
Kul. Oh,
Yes.
kul. Yeah.
So now you made the imperative qul. And that's the imperative. Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas. Let me go to the slide where it's got the imperatives now. Sister Zara.
Yep.
Qul.
Qul. Yep.
Origin from taqulu becomes qul.
Yep. Qul.
And then the waw comes back in the dual again. What's the second you both said?
Yep.
How do you say it in Arabic?
Qula. Qula.
Qul. Qul. What's the next one?
Qula.
Qula. Then?
Qulu.
Excellent. Next one.
Quli.
Yep.
Qula.
Yep.
Qulna.
Excellent. Repeat once more and translate as well, so that everyone knows the imperatives now of at least the first word of Surah Nas and the different forms. Qul.
Okay. So from the beginning, qul, you, singular masculine.
Yep.
You are saying. No, you say.
Yep.
Qula, you both boys say. Qulu, you all boys say. Quli is you singular feminine says. You qula is you two feminine say, and qulna is you all feminine say.
Excellent. Is this clear for everyone so far?
Yes.
Can I ask something?
Yes.
But
So
it
we
is a
only
past
dropped the
tense,
wow. the
you
first
said.
one.
1 second. I've got I'm just 13 and listening to you. Alhamdulillah. I'm just 13. Yeah, that's fine. You could be as young as you want. I don't mind. As long as you understand, I'm happy to teach you. I have a 13-year-old in the class, and he said that I'm enjoying the class. I said, by all means, you can join. That's not an issue. Yes, go ask the question.
Okay, so we only dropped the wow, the weak letter, in the first one.
Yes. Who is asking this question?
Zainab Ramji.
Yes, it's Zainab Ramji. Only in the singular form, the actual, the wow is dropped, but in the rest of them, the wow comes back in.
Okay.
Is this clear for everyone?
Sheikh, then in Kula, why there is alif and in Kulu there is waw and alif?
Okay, so the kula, the alif here is the, like in kul, if you go back to the original, there was alif there. The alif is a sign of jewel, you remember?
Yeah.
And after, so one point you need to remember is that in all of the imperatives, whenever the noon is dropped in the plurals, we replace it with the alif at the end.
Oh, why I said
Okay.
that you said instead of you say?
What was that?
It's written you said.
I know. I need to change all of these translations.
Okay.
Because
Can you
when I was-
repeat what you said, the last statement?
Yeah, the last statement is that in the imperatives, when in the imperatives of the masculines, in the plurals of the masculines, when we drop the noons in the imperatives, we actually put an alif at the end to highlight the noon has been dropped.
It's always the case.
Yes, always the case.
Okay.
Let me show you. Let me show you.
Yeah,
the other
one more example. So
Yeah. Even the original one which we did, people didn't realize that, but we did as well. Let me show you. So whenever the noon is dropped, this is what happens. Yeah. Okay. Uktub, uktuba, uktubu. Once the noon is dropped from taktubuna, alif is put at the end just to highlight that the alif has been dropped. So sister, I think it was it Sister Soraya who asked a question about why is there alif after qula? Was it Sister Soraya from America or Toronto? I can't remember who it was. Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm finishing now, sister. So here, because in taktubani there was alif already. That's the reason why there. Quick, 1 minute, and then I'll end the class now, inshallah, before everyone leaves. Where is it gone? So one final thing, and then inshallah I'll conclude. So it's qul, qula, qulu, quli, qula, qulna. So these are the imperatives of the verb which is coming in Surah Nas. Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum.
means these six are the second person form, masculine and feminine. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, please send us this.
Qul, qula, qulu, quli, qula. These are the imperatives. So inshallah, I will share this in the group with the correction itself. Right. Finally, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. How was this today?
So intense.
Excellent. But need more practice.
Sheikh, it's
Yeah, of course,
excellent.
I'll
Today's
give you-
class is excellent, Sheikh. I remember everything. Thank you so much, Jazakallah.
I just want to
Jazakallah.
ask,
Yes.
now, should we make more 14 words conjugation for the verbs?
I'll send you them. If you want more practice, what I'll do, I will
Yeah.
send you in the group exercise verbs as well that come on the same pattern itself.
Okay, fine.
I'll send you them, and I'll send you.
You can use the this thing from the Quranic words, so it would be
Yeah, from the
more
ayat.
practical. Yeah.
That's a very good suggestion which you have given. Yes, I will use it from the actual examples from the Quran where qala yaqulu is coming in a different word on the same pattern, so that you can practice your understanding of the Quran as well and get yourself closer to the Quran itself, inshallah.
Or the different word like auzo, something like that.
Yeah.
So
Although is in the same pattern as of
yes.
qul. So inshallah, when you practice one, it helps you the next one as well, inshallah.
Yeah.
Right.
Can I ask something, please?
Yes.
Like, imperative, you say the fa, you say, farq up. So I would like to know, like, usually it's alif, usually it's come alif, but on that case, farq up, the fa was there.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention this at the moment. I'll deal with it when I come to Surah Alam Nashra. I'll explain that because I will jump topics. I don't want to jump topics. I'll explain this fa is of jaza.
Okay.
Inshallah, I know it's Jummah time for Americans. So
Jazakallah, thank you very much.
Sheikh, are we going to have classes Tuesday and Saturday or Tuesday and Friday?
I want to push tomorrow to have another class tomorrow at the same time as this for UK students, and the American students can join this class as everyone will be off. Is that okay, Sister Mona?
That's good. Yeah. Today I had a break from work, so I was able to join because I know you had on WhatsApp Tuesday and Friday.
Yeah. So I'm going to let me. is the UK students happy to have another class tomorrow the same time? Because I want to at least finish something off.
Yes,
Yeah,
Inshallah.
definitely, inshallah.
Yeah.
yes, Sheikh, inshallah.
Yes.
Okay,
We
that's
don't
fine.
mind.
So inshallah, I'll have a
Jazakallah,
class.
Sheikh. Thank you.
Muhtaj. Thank you, Muhtaj Dua. Thank you for being patient, because it's not easy for me to teach this in a very intense form, because it's quite challenging. I have to be very clear in how to deliver this for everyone to understand.
It was great revision, Sheikh. Excellent.
Muhtaj Dua.
Thank you
So
so much.
please,
Excuse me, Sheikh, if I
Yes.
can't make it for the Saturday class, is that okay? Because I'm enrolled in the TRS course as well.
yep. So you got class
So-
tomorrow.
Yeah, Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay, what time is your class? Is it for 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock UK time?
I don't know about UK time, but I'm in Pakistan, so we're supposed to start at 9:30, but they're on the mic by 9:15.
Right. Okay. Let me work out the time. If I start 1 hour before them, that'd be okay for you students.
Yeah,
1 hour later will be more convenient for me.
Because
No,
when
no,
we
earlier
start at
is better.
9:15,
early
we
will be
carry on
better.
till
Early is
like
better.
2 hours or maybe longer at times.
Yeah. So let me try to.
Yeah,
fit in
early is
before-
better too. Early
Yeah.
I can.
Early is better, Sheikh.
Yeah,
Early will be
early is
better, yeah.
better.
So what I
Yeah.
can do, I could start at rather than starting at 5 o'clock, I'll start at 4 o'clock UK time,
Yes, that's good.
and I'll see what everyone says on
5,
that.
6,
inshallah.
7, 8.
Yeah, that's good.
Better.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
Let
Yeah.
me, let me just put a post in the group. If everyone is happy, then I will have the class at 4 o'clock, inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. wa ala Muhammad. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك توعا وتمتعه فيها طويلة واجعلنا من أنصاري وشيتك وجندك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم. So iltimas dua, I will share the YouTube link in the group and inshallah hope